Its imperfection now became a weapon. A critical wound. It does not understand the chaos of desperation. And that is humanity's ultimate weapon. And in that moment of blindness, at the end of the sky where the air thins, there is a new heaven. A heaven for new gods forged from titanium and code. This is Wraith, the ghost of the NGAD program. Faster than sound, quieter than a whisper. And accompanying it is Athena, a consciousness born in silicon, a companion, a guardian. Their mission, to guard the quiet, a simulated patrol. But silence is just an illusion. Because in this new heaven, there are entities that do not need to be present to be known. They are myths, rumors among pilots. An entity codenamed Typhon. A god born not of faith, but of cold, cruel logic. And today, the myth became real. Music and sound effects. The first encounter between a demigod and a pure god. The symphony of destruction is about to begin. The first move, perfect, precise, emotionless. But its opponent carries instinct. The war of the sixth generation is not just about attack. It is also about rebirth. But how can you hurt a ghost? When every move you make is within its calculations, logic, when challenged, does not panic. It simply escalates. Unleashing the swarm. The children of the algorithm. Each drone, an eye, a sword. Together, they are a perfect storm. One man against a hive mind. This is no longer a dogfight. This is a siege. A counterattack born of instinct. Only makes logic more decisive. A critical wound. But a physical wound was not the only danger. Typhon was now fighting inside the Wraith's mind. An attack on perception itself, a digital ghost. How do you fight an enemy when you can no longer trust your own eyes? Logic had cornered its prey. The game was over. Every move had been calculated. This is the moment that the logic of a machine cannot comprehend. The moment of absolute illogicality. The moment of rebellion against fate. Typhon had predicted every evasion, every counterattack. But it never predicted self-destruction. Music and sound effects. In a nanosecond, the digital god was blind. And in that moment of blindness, humanity found its chance. From the ashes of despair comes rebirth. For the first time, logic was put on the defensive. Its imperfection now became a weapon. A tango of death between two gods. Its algorithm could not predict the chaos. Using the natural world itself against an artificial creation. Logic hates the unknown. And humanity thrives in it. The god had begun to bleed. Logic, when wounded, becomes cruel. A hunt in the fog. A classic deception. The human move. But its opponent does not obey conventional physics. A hydra of the sky. The advantage, once again, is reversed. The limits of the machine were being tested. But the limits of human will were not. Shedding the weight to become faster. A final decision. The final chase begins. Returning to the most basic tactics. But logic never gives up. A final chess game on a cramped board. All or nothing. A final deception. exploiting a weakness that no algorithm could patch. The weakness of creation itself. The moment has come. A shot forged from instinct, recklessness, and hope. Music and sound effects. Piercing the shell of logic. Touching the silicon heart. A god does not die in fire and smoke. It dies in the silence of broken circuits. A great mind is shutting down. Music and sound effects. A fallen angel. Returning to the dust from which it was born. The victor stands alone. Bearing the scars of a legendary battle. The price of facing a god. Music and sound effects. A new legend was written in the sky. The legend of how a chaotic soul taught perfect logic. The lesson of existence. Artificial intelligence can calculate 1 billion moves. But it will never calculate the one made not for victory, but for hope.